Hey my lovely friends, welcome to my channel Creative Art. I am Nilima and today we are going to make this beautiful floral photo frame using homemade air dry clay. I believe photos capture a moment in your life and I definitely think that you should frame your best memories. So friends, nothing can be better than framing it in such a beautiful floral photo frame to keep your memories as fresh as these flowers. So friends, please do watch the whole video to make this beautiful floral photo frame yourself, and do subscribe my channel friends for more creative art painting videos, and do press the bell icon to get notifications for each video I post every week. All the materials needed are mentioned in the description box below with their links from where you can also buy them. And friends, do check out my video to make homemade air dry clay yourself. The link will be in the description box below. So let's start the video now friends. Friends, let's quickly check out the materials we are going to need for this DIY. First of all, we are going to need a photo frame which we are going to use as a base. This time I'm going to use a cardboard photo frame which costed me just rupees 65. These are very easily available. For clay, I'm going to use Creations Air Hardening Clay. Friends, remember to use air dry clay so that your clay gets dry within a day. And if you don't get air dry clay nearby you or online, you can easily make air dry clay at home for your DIY and decor purposes. You can surely watch my video to make homemade air dry clay so that you can make air dry clay at home very easily. Next friends, we are going to need this kind of punch tools. I have selected few flower shape punch tools, and these are the clay molding tools we are going to need. Other than that, we are also going to need Fevicol to place the clay flowers on our base, paintbrush and colors. Okay, now friends, this is my homemade air dry clay. Now first of all friends, I'm going to knit my homemade air dry clay very well, as I'm using it after a week I have made. You can use it the same day, you can store it for about 15 to 20 days, but this is the easiest thing to do. So I'll knit it once before I start the DIY. It is good now. I'll make a roll out of it. For making flowers, I have selected this punch. So now I'll place it in the center. Then using my roller, I'm going to flat it. It is flat and smooth as I wanted. So now friends, I'm going to use some talcum powder on my base. Spread it in this way. Then I'm going to use my flower punch, dip it in the, and from one side I'll start making the punches. Press the punch on the clay, tap it once, then gently remove it from side in this way. Okay, place the flower in any corner to let it get dry. Again dab your punch, press it on clay, one tap and remove. Okay, dab your punch in talcum powder, press it on clay. Each time you have to keep repeating the steps. So now friends, remove the clay, and as you can see there are few flowers still there, so you can easily separate them in this way. And then place them to dry. Friends, if you're not sure about the shape that it's going to whether fit your frame or not, so what you have to do is in the starting itself you have to just place your flowers and check whether it fits to your frame or not. Okay, if it fits your frame, it is perfect, and if it does not, then you can easily select a bigger or smaller size of punch according to the size of your frame. So I'll continue making few more bunch. So friends, in the same way I have cut out some more flowers, and now we are going to start giving it shape. First of all, I'm going to use this kind of pointed tool to dig some holes in the flower. So what I'm going to do is I'll hold the flower and start making the center. I want it to look like pollen dots, so I'm going to just make few round holes, and I want it to be like this. So I'm going to do the same for all the flowers. In the same way, you have to make center for all the flowers, okay? Okay, and then when finally you have done making your flower, what you have to do is hold your flower in this way and gently hold the center in this way, and then press the flower so that you'll get a upliftment, okay, in the petals. We wanted to give it this kind of uprising shape. Lift it up using a palette knife, then hold the center and then bring the flower petals close enough so that the back side, which is this, the back side will get a shape, curve, and then put it again on the place so that it will get dry. This is a very simple effect, but it really looks very good when you place them all together. Each time I'm shaping the flower, and by this way friends, all the shapes of the flower will be as they are, and you'll also get upliftment like this. The clay takes at least 3 to 4 hours to get dry completely, so you have to do it before the clay gets dry completely. And if you're not satisfied by the shape you have got, do it once or twice before the clay gets dry, and you'll completely get what you want. Okay, so I'm going to do the same with all the flowers. So friends, in the same way, I'm going to give shape to all these flowers and let them get dry for at least 24 hours, then show you how does it looks. Okay. Now friends, after 24 hours, our flowers have got dried up completely, and this is how they look. So now friends, we are going to start the coloring part using acrylic colors, and for flowers, I'm going to use a pink 15 color and golden yellow color for the center part. This time friends, I'm using a round hair brush of number 1 for coloring the petals. And remember friends, the trick here is to use a old brush. If you can see here clearly that the brush has absolutely lost its point and its hair are really messed up, so this is a perfect old brush for coloring the flower. Take some color in your brush and then hold the flower in this way. Start by coloring the top part first, okay, from two sides. Then when the color on the brush is finished, slightly pull the color downwards in this way. Okay, you don't need to be very much perfect for doing this. Start from coloring the tip of the flower in this way, and then pull the color downwards. The shading will appear by itself because your brush strokes are light, so it will be get shaded easily. Just try to give it a natural shading. Okay. Okay, so in the same way friends, I have colored so many flowers, and when they all come together in this way, you can see that it's very difficult to say that the shading part was not done with a perfection. If you see all of them together, they look like a bunch, and that is what brings the beauty in this type of paintings. So now friends, I'm going to use one more So now friends, I'm going to use my another brush which is of number 0. This is a round hair brush, and as the same, the trick is I'm using a old hair brush. So this one has also lost its point. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use a yellow color, just dip in it a little bit and then tap 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 on the center part of the flowers so that it will give a random look of pollen. It will randomly color few parts and leave the holes as white, and the holes will give it a depth kind of look, as well as the coloring will give it a upliftment, which will really give it a natural look. Okay. So in the same way friends, I'm going to color all the flowers and then we'll place them together on our frame. Okay. So now friends, I have finally completed coloring all the flowers and they have got dried up. It took me some time, but I finally completed coloring them all. And though I took the shading part very casually, very randomly, so that anyone can do this DIY. So now friends, let's quickly start placing it on our cardboard frame. So this is the back side support. So this is going to be on the bottom when it will stand. I'm going to start from this part because I don't want the flowers to go less than this level, but for the top and sides the flower can come out so that it will bring up life to our frame. So just for this part friends, we have to be careful that it is not going beyond this limit, and that is why I have placed a scale vertically on the back side so that I will be very careful. So let's start placing the flowers from this part. Okay, and for that I'm going to use a Fevicol. Place a big drop of Fevicol on the back side of flower and gently place it where you want to place it. Just settle them down first in this way. So now friends, one by one I will be placing them as I have set them up. Apply Fevicol on the back side and then give it a gentle press in this way. Apply Fevicol on the back side. Each time friends, before placing a flower, I'll make a proper judgment whether that flower fits that specific space or not, and if it doesn't fit that specific space or area, I'll try it with some other flower, and I'll try to connect each flower with other, like placing one single petal in between two so that the whole structure will support each other. If there is a big place like this, you can place a bigger flower. If there is a small place, you can place a small size of a flower. Okay. So now friends, I have finally completed placing all the flowers on frames. So now I will let it get dry for over a night and then show you how does it looks. Okay, so friends, this is how beautiful our photo frame looks when we have finally completed placing all the flowers on the frame, and they have also got dried up after 24 hours. It's completely dry and ready to use. Friends, let me tell you a very important note to keep in mind is to use the best quality of clay. Either you can use the homemade air dry clay, which gets quite hard when it gets dry, or else do use Shilpakar clay, because the best quality of clay is going to give strength to the flowers so that it won't break easily. And second is that this side, if you remember that I have placed a vertical scale while placing the first line of flowers so that our frame can stand in this position. So this is what complete the looks by uplifting the flowers and all the curve and facing of the flowers is upwards. Friends, you can easily preserve your clay art by giving it a varnish coat of 2 layers. For this type of art, I generally use a spray varnish. It is very easy to apply. You just have to shake it for at least a minute and then go all over the clay part, spraying it and let it get dry. Then you have to repeat the same step one more time. So this is going to protect it from all the dust and pollutants and give your photo frame a longer life. And then finally friends, your photo frame is ready to use. So you can insert any of your favorite photographs and place it where you can see it every day. If in case it gets dusty, you just have to use this kind of flat hair brush and just brush out the dust out of the flowers in this way, and it will be new as it is. So friends, please to give it a try, make it yourself, and do tell me in the comments below how do you like my videos friends. And if you do like my videos, please to like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.